is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric, and today continuing to follow the Bon Jovi 2022 tour. And last night they stopped in Indianapolis, Indiana. They are heading to St. Louis, Missouri before they head to Austin, Texas, where I plan to check out this band and have a full review of the show with some vlogging and things like that. And so far, obviously, we already know the main storyline regarding this tour has been Jon Bon Jovi's voice. I've talked about it. It's not great right now, but I do want to talk about the set list, which I think has kind of gotten a little bit stale as the tour has gone on. Before I get into it, please let you know, I'm not going to just only say positive things. I will say some positive things. I'm being honest about this tour. I love this band. I've reviewed every album that they've ever had, and I'm now doing their more rare stuff. I'm doing the box set right now. I've done disc 1, about to do disc 2. Hardcore fan since 1992. I love this band. I'm not doing this to trash them or anything like that. I'm just talking honestly. So if you don't want to hear anything negative whatsoever, best to bounce now. Pun intended. I love to hear the rare stuff. I was thrilled when I saw Radio Saved My Life Tonight, which they're still playing. But they also played a song from The Circle called Love's the Only Rule. That's pretty much been dropped from the set list. Hasn't been played for a while. And then there was this acoustic set that was really awesome. It had a We Don't Run from Burning Bridges. That whole acoustic set's been dropped. It had Saturday Night was in that set list. That's been dropped, okay? Now I just feel like it's getting kind of stale. And for the casual fan, so I don't think the hardcores are going to love it, but will the casuals love it? Most of the fans in that arena are going to be casual fans, and what keeps them going right now, what keeps them enjoying the show is songs they can sing along to. This is just my opinion. I think that from the reviews I've read, from fans who have gone to some shows, and I've talked to them personally, and they've said, man, as soon as he goes and plays, you know, some of these songs that no one knows, it kind of drains the energy out of the arena. And interestingly, they have to do some songs like that. I mean, I understand you got to promote your new album. And I always hate when they only play 80s songs or something like that, bands that will do that and not play anything else. I do appreciate throwing some other songs in there, but let's take a look at how, from a casual fan's point of view, how they're going to hear the show. So you're a casual fan, you don't know anything about their new stuff. You don't know anything about 2020. You don't know anything about anything but the hits from the 80s, 90s, and maybe It's My Life. That's about it. Maybe Have a Nice Day you've heard in other concerts and you've heard on the radio here and there. Okay. The set opens with Limitless. You have no clue. You're sitting there like, okay, yeah, we're live here. I don't know this song, and it sounds terrible. Then you got Radio Saved My Life Tonight. Again, I don't know this song, and it sounds freaking terrible. Can't sing along with it. Most of the crowd is not singing along with. Now, opening night, I was thrilled with this set list as a fan, and I still like these two opening songs as a hardcore fan that knows every song. But as a casual fan, I can definitely see why after the first two songs, they're like, okay, this is crap. Oh, please play a hit, which they do. You Give Love a Bad Name. Then they jump right into We Weren't Born to Follow. I don't think most casuals know it. Some of them will because it was a single. But again, a lot of the fans won't know this song and will think it sounds terrible because the live rendition of this is not sounding great right now. I'm not going to lie. It's My Life. Okay. Then you're right back to a new song, Beautiful Drug, which is awesome. I love this song. Was my favorite on 2020 besides Love Can. Then you have Born to Be My Baby. Okay, they're feeling it. Then right back to a new House Is Not For Sale. They're kind of going back and forth. And right now, if you're a casual, you've known 1, 2, 3 songs out of the first 8. And then Just Older. Casuals aren't going to really know that song. 3 songs out of 9, Let It Rain. 3 songs out of 10, this is a new 2020 song. 3 songs out of 10, the casuals will know. Okay, Keep the Faith. Okay, 4. American Reckoning, no. Whole Lot of Leaving, no, unless you go to a lot of shows because they play it every show pretty much. Do What You Can, no. That's the new song from 2020. So I can see that, you know, the state of his voice right now, and we'll scroll down through the rest of it, but the state of his voice right now, I think he should put more hits in there. I think it would make for a better show. More energy will be created with more people singing along, more people into it. Sleep When I'm Dead is from Keep the Faith. I wouldn't call it a huge hit, but if you are a fan that goes to their shows, you'll know it because they play it every show, but that's a really good song. Then Lost Highway. I mean, honestly, man, then Have a Nice Day, then Finally Living on a Prayer. And then you go with 3 decent, obviously Wanted is a huge hit. Bad Medicine's a huge hit. Who Says You Can't Go Home? I think most fans will recognize this one. But because it was a pretty big hit in the mid 2000s on country radio more than anything else. So the set is, I don't think it's going to satisfy casuals, and I don't think to somewhat it will, but not as much as it could. There are songs that they could put in here, I think. And the funny thing is, in this particular show, In These Arms was on the set list, but it was skipped. They skipped In These Arms. And they skipped I'll Be There For You. It was on the set list after Keep the Faith, but instead they played American Reckoning, another new song. You skipped I'll Be There For You. I get it. It was probably because he didn't feel comfortable singing it or something at that moment. I think you got to fight through it or find different arrangements. And there are songs like Always, and I know he can't sing Always the traditional way he sings it, but there is that acoustic set. It could have been, I'm just talking, okay, I'm not trying to trash. I'm just saying that acoustic set could have added so much. You could have played Always, and you could have played like the This Left Feels Right version. You don't have to go that high version that's in the that's on the record that they typically play. Let's say, we'll love you, baby, always, and I'll be there forever and a day. Whatever. That will work. People will sing along, get their lighters out. It would be awesome. Have some cool lighting on it, some cool background vocals, some cool little instruments going on in the back. You could throw that. Same with Bed of Roses. Bed of Roses too. Bed of Roses, you can come in here. You don't have to be like, I'm gonna lay you down in. I know he can't hit. I can barely hit those notes. That's in the regular key. They'd be a whole step flat right now, so it would be a little easier. But lay you down in a bed of roses. Just go an octave down. For tonight, I'll sleep on a bed of nails. Have the other guys add some harmonies higher in the background vocals. Just make a cool arrangement that you can sing and throw it in that acoustic set, or play a different kind of version of it that, you don't have to play the full on, because I know you play the full on electric guitar, maybe it won't sound that great. I'm just throwing out some suggestions. That's two songs that haven't been in the set all tour long that are huge hits. And, you have Never Say Goodbye that we haven't heard for ages. People know that song. Older people who are around, and I was around in the mid-'80s, but I was just a kid, but people who were in high school and stuff in the mid-'80s and 90s, they know that song. That song used to get played, when you graduate high school and things like that, and for prom night and all that. People know that song, but that song ain't been touched. And I'm not saying don't play anything, don't play any new songs, or don't play anything else. I'm not saying that, but I think there is a little too much. I think you can keep that set list hot with some more of these hits. Obviously, Lay Your Arms on Me is completely omitted. They omitted Wanted for a show, which is just insane. I made a video on it. And I'm not the person like, I want to hear the hits. But the condition of Jon's voice right now, that's all they got. That's all they got right now. If you're going to go tour, you got to give people the hits, man. At this point, I don't care. I don't care. I'd rather hear That's What the Water Made Me than, say, Bed of Roses. But is that a good idea? Not really, because most of the fans aren't going to know it. I know when I remember going to shows and they play We Weren't Born to Follow, that's like the highlight of the show for me. I love that song. The arena goes pretty quiet. It goes pretty quiet. It goes by like it's not hyped up. It's not like, you can tell people don't know it. People don't care. They're ready to get to the next song. So I just think the set list, they can put whatever set list they want. They're the band. Jon's the leader. He put whatever set list he wants. If he wants to play Do What You Can 20 times over and over, he is allowed to do that. People will walk out, of course, but he is allowed to do whatever set list. I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying I think this set list is not great. The opening set list from the opening night, I loved it. I thought it was awesome, but I thought it was going to keep that acoustic set, and they were going to bring in some other songs from it, which they did a little bit. They played Lower the Flag, but that's another new one. I thought they were going to bring in some other songs besides Someday I'll Be Saturday Night, which I love to hear. What about Runaway? I didn't even mention that. Runaway, hello, and they have an acoustic version of that because I heard it in 2000 on the Crush tour. of which I'm wearing the t-shirt right now. They played like a runaway. I don't remember how it went exactly, but it was like, she's a little runaway. And it's like an acoustic version, and I never heard it since then, but I heard it at that show. I'm sure they played it multiple times. But you guys get my point. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Ultimately, no, people are going to pay money. They're going to go see the show. And just saying, to put the best show out there with the most energy possible. I think a few more of those hits put in there, however you can do it. I know John can't sing Always anymore like he used to, but I'm saying different arrangements like they did with Saturday Night, and that's even gone out the set. So, I don't hate to be negative and complain about everything. I think he has sounding decent on some songs. I said Keep the Faith sounds all right. There is another new song I would love to hear, but that's Roller Coaster. I hope they play that in Austin. He sounds decent on that, but that's not a big hit, right? I'm not saying that they should play it. I'm just saying personally I'd love to hear it. Personally, that's my favorite song on this house. I think it was my favorite song on this house. But check out my review on that to double check, but I think that's my favorite song on this house. So all in all, you know what? I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Despite all this, what I'm saying, I'm just saying, for the best, for the band, for the crowd, based on his voice right now. I think throw some more hits in there, make it a little more interesting. It's got a little stale. I think they're just trying to get through the tour right now. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below, and I really appreciate all your support. I'm looking forward to vlogging, heading to Austin, Texas. That trip will begin tomorrow. I will be heading there and doing a lot there. I'm hoping to have a good time there, including the Bon Jovi show. I can't wait. And hey, if I love it enough, I might stay in Texas and hit the one in Dallas too. We'll have to wait and see on that. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time.